fucking car to drive. And you talking shit about me? Shut the up. Y'all don't even got a fucking house to wash your ass in, and you talking shit about me? Shut the up.
Even like when my children, love my children. All four of my children are adults. And I told them, listen, no more handouts. No more handouts. It can't be.
Floyd Mayweather's daughter is pushing back against claims that her father stopped giving her money, defending herself from criticism over relying on her parents financially. She argues that accepting financial support from your own parents is nothing to be ashamed of, while also claiming that Floyd stopped giving her money because he has gone broke.
You mad? Wouldn't you want to? I want the same thing for my son. I don't want him to ever have to work. Why does that bother so much? Or why is that always being thrown in my face like that's such a bad thing? That's not a bad thing.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. recently opened up about his approach to financially supporting his children during a podcast appearance, explaining that he can no longer continue giving them money every time they ask. According to Floyd, his goal is to teach his children financial independence rather than allowing them to depend entirely on the wealth and success he built.
They go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money, I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, from here on out, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same.
After Floyd reportedly stopped giving her an allowance, Yaya Mayweather sparked another conversation by revealing that she would actually like to experience life with a traditional 9-to-5 job. However, critics quickly questioned whether she could realistically handle the demands of a regular workplace after growing up with such a privileged lifestyle.
I've seen this story about Yaya Mayweather, right? So Yaya Mayweather is the daughter of Floyd Mayweather.
Right.
Obviously, Floyd Mayweather, a world-time iconic boxer, made $1 billion in his lifetime. Money Team.
Come on.
I seen her, and I was kind of torn. At first, everybody was like going at her, ha, oh my God, y'all going broke. But I'm like,
never.
You know, I wasn't really mad at what she was saying. So basically, she was saying, lately, I've been bored. So bored, I was thinking about getting a job just for the fun of it.
Just for the fun.
Now, for full context, she's been rich her whole life.
Oh, like, yeah, she's a Nepo baby.
She's a Nepo.
She is the example of what it looks like to just only know lavish, only know luxury, only know the finest of the finest.
And then her dad is Floyd, so all he do is, like, he got floss, he got 100 cars, he got all of this, they fly on private jets. Right. So her whole life is luxury, and she probably has never had to struggle or had any type of adversity. She don't know, and she can't relate to anybody. This is probably why she can't create no products or services to monetize her stardom, because she really don't.
Critics have also questioned whether Yaya Mayweather truly understands financial responsibility despite growing up surrounded by Floyd Mayweather's wealth. Their argument is that having access to money does not automatically mean knowing how to manage it. Budgeting, saving, and investing are all essential skills, and without them, even a massive fortune can eventually disappear. The discussion has also expanded into a broader pattern involving wealthy families, with claims that many second-generation heirs struggle to preserve inherited wealth. This is often linked to a lack of financial education or an upbringing that encourages entitlement instead of financial discipline.
I already know what's up. These little girls don't know how to do nothing. And she's sitting on my I'm bored. And y'all can say, well, her daddy rich, but like, well, what if something happens to her father? Oh, we got trust funds. Okay, cool. He may have trust funds. But does she know how to budget money? Does she know how to make money? Does she know the value of money? That empire, that estate is going to be gone. And statistics show that 85% of second wealth generators from their parents go broke because they don't understand how to manage it, which means there's a few reasons. Either we spent too much time making it, we didn't have time to educate our kids on it, and so we just gave them everything. Or two, they just don't give a damn. They just entitled, spoiled.
Yaya Mayweather has often pushed back against comparisons between her lifestyle and that of ordinary people, arguing that her circumstances are simply different. As the daughter of boxing legend Floyd Mayweather Jr., she grew up surrounded by wealth, luxury, and opportunities that most people will never experience. Because of that background, Yaya has suggested that judging her by the same standards as someone from a completely different financial situation is unfair.
I have to stop. Literally. Y'all have to stop comparing me. And even the people that y'all comparing me to, they have to stop. Okay? Comparing themselves to me. Because listen, you cannot y'all have to stop comparing me to people who wear fake designer stuff, okay? Let's start there. Who wear fake designer stuff? Baby, I'm walking into designer stores, Neiman's, Saks to get my stuff. They're not. They're getting these from these little boutiques, whatever. Let's start there. Now, then we're gonna go to stop comparing me to people who rent exotic cars. Foreign cars. Baby, every car I drive, best believe, is paid for. It's not rented, paid for. In my last name is
Yaya defending her right to receive financial help from her parents. Speculation surrounding Floyd Mayweather's finances has only intensified. As Desiree posted on X, Floyd Mayweather filed a lawsuit earlier this year claiming that a former close associate scammed him out of roughly $175 million. The lawsuit reportedly involves allegations of diverted funds, jewelry deals in which roughly $100 million worth of pieces were allegedly pledged for only about $13 million, a private jet that allegedly disappeared, and real estate transactions that allegedly cost Mayweather millions. The situation has become increasingly complicated, although the other side has reportedly called the allegations baseless and pointed toward Floyd's own spending habits. Some believe he simply spent too much, while others have speculated that financial pressure could eventually push him back into the ring, potentially for another major exhibition. Either way, after decades of being known as Money Mayweather and earning more than $1 billion throughout his career, the possibility of such a massive financial setback has raised plenty of questions. According to the lawsuit, Mayweather claims his former associate Jonah Renitz gradually gained control over various parts of his business and financial affairs, allegedly operating as a trusted advisor while handling important money matters for several years.
$175 million lawsuit against his business partner, Jonah Renitz. So the name should be familiar to you. He has been described as Floyd Mayweather's right-hand man for decades. Also, he has been named in several lawsuits with Floyd for them being involved in scams themselves. The lawsuits include allegations for fake exhibition fights, allegations for unpaid jet bills, unpaid jewelry, unpaid services provided. But in turn, now Floyd is suing him and saying, hey, I never saw this stuff. You have scammed me out of jewelry. You have scammed me out of money. You've scammed me out of real estate. And so this is a big, massive lawsuit, guys. What's also interesting is Floyd has had an interesting support for the Israel community. Jonah Renitz is a member of a prominent Jewish Orthodox family. I'm curious if he's going to continue to have the same set of support. I'm also curious to say if he's going to prevail in the other lawsuits. Is this a way for him to get out of it, or these false allegations against?
Dana White has also weighed in on the reports surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr.'s alleged legal and financial troubles, even suggesting that he may be willing to help the boxing legend. When somebody works as hard as he did, and amasses the type of wealth that he had, and they lose it, or it gets stolen, or whatever the deal is, it's horrible, White said. The lawsuit includes allegations involving stolen money, fraudulent investments, unauthorized bank transfers, missing jewelry, and the alleged sale of Mayweather's private jet.
Probably the richest and one of the most dominant boxers in the history of the sport. But now Floyd is stepping into the courtroom to fight for money he claims that he was never paid, and he wants justice on his terms. So let's talk details. Let me tell you about the law.
Meanwhile, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has reportedly become involved in another legal dispute, this time involving Showtime and longtime advisor Al Heyman. Mayweather is accusing the parties of financial misconduct and allegedly mishandling money connected to various business arrangements. According to the allegations, Mayweather believes millions of dollars were improperly handled or withheld from him through deals connected to his boxing career and broader business interests.
Mayweather filed a lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks and Steven Espinoza, claiming they helped his former advisor, Al Heyman, misappropriate a huge chunk of his fight earnings to the tune of $340 million. Mayweather says the money is still missing and unaccounted for, and he's now suing Showtime and Espinoza for aiding and abetting breach of fiduciary duty, civil conspiracy to commit fraud. Ooh, that's a serious accusation there. Conversion, unjust enrichment, and he's seeking punitive damage on top of the missing $340 million. So why is Floyd suing him, and what is he claiming? Well, Floyd argues that during his legendary career, where he generated $1 billion in revenue plus and pay-per-view money, a significant portion of the funds that he made through those events, through his fights, didn't make it into his hands because they were funneled through accounts controlled by his then advisor.
Former Showtime president Steven Espinoza has also responded to the allegations, addressing the claims surrounding Floyd Mayweather's lawsuit and his involvement in the dispute.
I can't say too much about it. The lawyers have asked me not to, but, obviously Floyd is looking for $340 million, which he, I think, supposedly discovered 10 years later is missing. I think you can tell by my tone what my thoughts are about that. And look, all I can say is I'm confident in the legal process. I'm confident about, what the facts are going to show. And I look forward to this, playing out in court so everybody can see exactly what is true, and exactly what, where the money went. Because if you look at the, how my career has played out, I spent my career going back to representing both Mike Tyson and Oscar La Hoya. I've spent my career making sure that fighters are treated fairly and have gotten compensated fairly. And I've never done anything, but that. And I think at the administration that I ran at Showtime was one that was very fighter friendly, and I stand by that. And I know my reputation will continue to, to be that regardless of